crisp packet project, just sort of touch base with how to put your plastic on. I get my lovely plastic from the Hastings Sofa Company down here in Hastings. So I've opened one of their lovely bags. You can use smaller bags or little bits of plastic, as long as they're not too thick, not too thin, and don't rip too easily. You'll soon know if it's too thick because it won't fuse too well. And if it's too thin, you know it won't last 5 minutes out on the streets. So we're just opening our bag up. Is this a front? I'm doing this as a front as a Bivi bag. So if you're doing your front of your Bivi bag, you need 6 to 8 inches. I would go more 7 to 8 inches, to be honest, each side of your Bivi bag. And then about 4 inches at the top and the bottom of your Bivi bag. So I basically get the plastic and I see how it's going to fit well. And because I know these bags, I would probably go halfway down my Bivi bag. And I put the dodgy edge on the outside there. And if I move that over like that, you can see me do one side, right? Is that good? Move back a little bit. Okay, we're going to push it forward now. Because I'm doing half the front here. Just want to show you. Let's put my coffee there. My coffee's always a good thing to keep everything in place. So, let's just open that one up there. Nice and flat. I think I might even move a little bit more. Right, so you can see the edge of it. Right, okay. Good. So, got a ruler. And that's 6 inches. Now 6 inches is, you want about 4 inches, 4 to 6 inches for your window, and then another 3. So I would do about 8 inches from the edge of your crisp packet to the outside of your Bivi bag. All right? So I'll just keep all that on for now. You could trim it to size, but because there's only a little bit there, I just leave it, play it safe. It's always better to have a little bit more plastic. And then this will be the top of your Bivi bag. And so I would allow, eventually you're going to trim it down to about 2-3 inches. But obviously when you're doing this, it will shrink, the plastic will shrink a little bit. So allow, again, that's quite good. There's 4 inches there. So I would leave that as 4 inches. All right, and then so get your plastic, your baking paper, and always try and start in the middle of your Bivi bag and either work one way and then the other way, one way and the other way, and then bring your crisp packets towards you and just keep going like that. One way, one way, one way, because then everything's central. That's what you want to aim for, everything to be central. So, let's see what we've got on here. So, start in the middle. A little bit longer than fusing the crisp packets together. But you can, when you get the hang of this, you'll be able to feel it and you can slightly hear it fusing to the back of the baking paper. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. So basically you want to work all the way along like that, pushing it out. Now you don't want to go, ooh, you know, you don't want to be too heavy-handed because you don't want to break the plastic down, okay? But we're starting in the middle and we're working our way out to the sides, okay? And now you'll find your first side will be a little bit, oh my goodness, what am I doing? But don't worry, because when you go and turn it over and do the other side, it will soon all just nicely flatten out and it will be all tickety-boo. So the main thing for the first side is just to fuse it down a bit. You don't want to overheat it, okay? If you start overheating it too much, the plastic will stretch too much, melt onto it too much, and then you'll start getting these little holes everywhere. And you don't want to start doing that because then you have to start patching. Okay, so we just keep going. There we go. And then we're just going to bring it forward, okay? That's what you just keep doing, just bring it forward. Keep pushing all the air out. Keep pushing all the air out. Starting in the middle. A shame I can't put my camera the other way, but hey ho. Hey ho. Let's just do it. All right, we push it out like this. Beautiful. And you keep going with it. Keep pushing it out. Obviously, the hotter your iron, the less period of time you put down onto your baking paper and plastic. All right, just keep going with it, pushing all the air out, just gently as we go. Try not to overreach, all right? Again, bring your crisp packets towards you, because otherwise you'll do your backing, because my back has had it pretty much. So yeah, try not to overbend. Keep going with this. Keep making sure this is all nice and straight. Quite a long process. So if you want to make your survival sheet, so that's 4 by 11 long, you would get a piece of plastic. So it's about 3 to 4 inches all the way around your survival sheet. And then you do it each side, and then you would make sure you bonded it all the way around the outside, plastic to plastic, 3 inches, and then you trim it up. Obviously, if I was starting doing this, I would start with a survival sheet. The Bivi bag is a bit more challenging, meaning, you know, there's a little bit more involved. It's not, you know, it's not brain science, but it's a little bit more technical on making sure it's joined correctly. Because the last thing we want to do is start making not great stuff to put back on the streets, because we want them to last. All right, then we keep bringing it towards us like that. That's it. Keep going with it. Beautiful. And so you would keep going right the way to the end. Can you see that? Right the way to the end. And so I've only, obviously, my bags are only a certain width. So then I would get another bag and join it to the other end, yeah? So again, I would play it safe and go 7 to 8 inches. This is for your front of your Bivi bag, okay? On the other side there, you can just do that about halfway down your front of your Bivi bag, and then you could come in sort of, I would come in probably about 6 inches in, just to save a little bit of plastic if you wanted to, or again, just stick to the 8 inches right the way along. Just play it safe, really. It always depends how much plastic you've got to play with. I mean, I'm very blessed that I can get so much, but if you can't, just do with what you can get. So, now this is 5 by 15 crisp packets. Okay, 75 crisp packets on here for one side of your Bivi bag. And so when I would do that other bit on the end there, and then I would turn it around and do exactly the same. And I would bond them all together, and it will lay much flatter once you start on this other side. So don't panic and go, oh my goodness, it's all going a bit pear-shaped. It's all right, it's all right. Just keep going with it, and it will all work out.